Thank you for joining us once again here in the channel. Today we have an exciting new battle. All right, this is our first baseball battle, and in honor of the World Series, which will have my LA Dodgers versus the New York Yankees, we have a battle between two Topps products. We have in this corner, Topps 2024 Chrome Baseball, versus in this corner, we have a more newly released product, which is 2024 Bowman Chrome Mega Box. All right, so just so that you're aware, the Topps Chrome Baseball Monster Box, they called this when it was released, sold or sells for about $65. All right, which is on par considering the blaster boxes when they came out for the Topps Chrome sold at about $40 each. But the Bowman Chrome Mega Box sells for about $45, and you can find these both in the Fanatics websites, all right? Here we go. But before we get right into it, we have a reminder about our giveaway at the end of the month, all right, which is fast approaching. These are the products that will be given away. And remember, in order to qualify, number one, you have to be a subscriber to the channel. So if you have not already done so, kindly click on that subscribe button below. Kindly like this video, comment on this video, and share this video with someone that you know. And that will automatically get you registered for our giveaway. You'll automatically be in our giveaway. All right. So remember, you can have multiple entries, which will increase your chances not only of winning one of these products, but possibly all three. And simply, you just have to do the same things to all the videos that have been released this month of October. All right. So if you haven't done so, get right to it because we're almost there at the end of the month. All right. So let us get right to it. All right, so it's been a while since we ripped this, but let's start in our box battle with Topps Chrome. All right, so you can see here, as a reminder, there are 10 exclusive X-Fractor parallels. All right, so of course, in this product, we're chasing hot young rookies like Elly De La Cruz. In this product, I believe there is no Paul Skeens, okay? So he's not in this product. I think he'll be coming up in the update, which has just been newly released. All right, so of course, Shohei as well as Yamamoto can be found in these products. All right, so let's get right into it. All right, well, got right into that one there. All right, so we're going to get right into this Topps Chrome. All right, so tell me what you think. If you look back on a few videos, I think it was of the Bowman Chrome Mega Box review that I had done. The Dodgers are still in the National League Division Series against the Padres, and it was not looking too good. The Dodgers were actually down 2-1 going into Game 4, which I didn't know at the time was going to be a bullpen game, which actually has helped out the Dodgers, all right, twice now in the playoffs. So let's see if they can keep it up. All right, so this nice little sponge that comes out of there. Let's get to it. All right, so we've got our 7 packs here, which means we've got 42 cards total. Let's start with pack number 1. All right, an Elly De La Cruz would be good. I believe that this is where they have, with Topps Chrome, if I'm not mistaken, the MVP buyback. So we have, of course, Shohei or even Aaron Judge. They look like the favorites for MVP. All right, so we've got this rookie, Alexander Canario. All right, Andres Jimenez. We've got Joey Meneses. We have on this wavy tectonic looking product thing here, Brandon Lowe, as well as Emerson Hancock, and finally Abner Uribe, rookie card. All right, not too familiar with some of these players, to be honest with you. All right, but let's get right to it. Pack number 2. Who do you think's going to win this battle box? All right. 65 versus 45. That's $20 difference there. So a lot to have to overcome, but who knows? Maybe there's some great hits that lie here. All right. Darius Vines, Spencer Torkelson, Paul Blackburn. We have a nice little future stars of Christopher Morel and Ceddanne Rafaela, a rookie from the Red Sox. You tell me, guys, if any of these guys are people that I need to hang on to. And Irving Lopez. All right, rookie card as well. All right, moving right along. All right, here we go. We have Novi Marte. He did well, I think, during the run of the Diamondbacks last year into the World Series. We have Drew Millis, another rookie. Kerry Carpenter, who played, I know he came up big for in the limited time he got to play in the playoffs for the Tigers. We have Garrett Cole, who I believe is going to be the Game 1 starter, all right, for the Yankees. Sal Frelick and Everson Pereira from the Yankees, all right. There we go. All right, moving right along. No major hits thus far that I can see. All right. Freddie Freeman, who's been hampered by the ankle during these playoffs. Brett Beatty. Carlos Correa. There we go. We have a nice little Jason Dominguez card. All right, on this 35th anniversary look here. And it is a silver or hollow. Let's see. Jason Dominguez, is he going to get any run in the playoffs? All right. But his team is in there. All right, at least the World Series, I should say. So there's a Jason Dominguez. And we have Tristan Gray and Jackson Merrill. This is a nice little card. He did very well. I think he is a Rookie of the Year favorite, all right, for the Padres. We will take that of Jackson Merrill. Let's sleeve him up. So this pack was a nice pack here. Two bright young stars. All right, so we've got 3 packs left. Let's get to it. All right. I have to be honest, I'm not too familiar with a lot of these prospects, okay? So I may be pleasantly surprised when I do the comps that some of these guys might be worth a lot. Cade Marlowe, Yuri Perez, Trevor Story. Nice little wave here of Max Scherzer. Jacob Lopez. And Dane Myers. Okay. Nice looking cards, though. All right, down to the final 2. Here we go. So this is a steep price to pay. $65 is a big price. I think, I know a lot of the basketball and football mega boxes are going for this rate, but baseball, not so much. Pete Crow Armstrong. I know he was one of the prospects. Oh, there you go. Ellie De La Cruz. All right. It is a base, but we will sleeve him up nonetheless because it's an Ellie De La Cruz card. All right. Let's give him his little stand there. All right, hold on. Mr. Ellie, there you go. All right, we have Michael Harris, Jake Berger, Marco Luciano, and finally Samad Taylor. All right, final pack, guys. Here we go. Topps Chrome Baseball 2024. All right, here we go. Last pack. Emmett Sheehan, who didn't pitch this year for the Dodgers because of an injury. Shea Langlers and Michael Conforto. We have a nice little card of Justin Verlander on the all-etch. Lucan Baker, and finally Christian Encarnacion Strand. All right, so those are our cards from Topps Chrome. Okay. I'd say the three that you see on the stand are probably the biggest hits. So we're going to put these aside. All right, to make room for the Mega Box of Bowman Chrome. So this product was just released a few weeks back. And you can see it's one of our more recent videos. Now with this, we're looking for, what I'm looking for actually, is the GPK, which are the Garbage Pail Kid inserts, all right, you can find here. So hopefully we can be lucky enough to find it here today. All right, here we go. I think last time, if I'm not mistaken, we pulled an auto. So, and once again, this is $45 as opposed to $65, all right, for this. So let's get this ripped open a little bit. All right. So here we go. So between the Dodgers and the Yankees, you know I'm biased. You know who I got. All right, you tell me who you think's gonna win. All right. So I was in New York this past week, and they were excited about both the Yankees and the Mets being in the playoffs of the championship series, and they were hoping for a Subway Series again. But the Dodgers said otherwise. All right, so here we go. We've got these are the exclusive Bowman Chrome Mega Box. Usually I think in these, I believe there's like Mojo. This is where you can pull the Garbage Pail Kids, all right? So as opposed to these, which are just the basic Bowman Chrome that was released earlier in the year, okay? So here we go. Let's get right to it. See what we can get. Any big hits here. Paul Skeens is in this product. All right, so that'd be nice to get, especially if it's a Garbage Pail Kid. All right, so here we go. Oh, first up, Ellie De La Cruz. We will take that. Let's leave him up there. Mr. Ellie De La Cruz. All right. Hopefully we can see him soon in the playoffs. All right, we have Luis Roberts, Matt Olson, Corbin Carroll, who had a nice run last year, Tyler Soderstrom as well, okay, on the rookie. All right, pack number 2. Here we go. Once again, this is a $45 box that we're opening up here. Adley Rutschman, as well as Jordan Lawler, his rookie, Rafael Devers, Pete Crow Armstrong, waiting for him to develop, and Jose Altuve. All right, so 3 more packs of the regular packs left. Getting right to it in this box battle. All right, we have Manny Machado, Wyatt Langford, his rookie, Corey Seager, who was the MVP last year of the World Series, and Davis Schneider, Jack Leiter. Don't know if he's any relation to Al Leiter, maybe his son. All right, so 2 more. Here we go. Emmett Sheehan. Would have liked a Yamamoto instead. Austin Wells, his rookie. He's going to be the catcher for the Yankees in the World Series. There's another Jackson Merrill. We'll take it. It's a base, but we'll take it nonetheless. All right, so we got 1 each of both Ellie De La Cruz and Jackson Merrill pulled from each product. All right, so take that, put that over there. All right, a few more left here. Mason Wynn and Josh Jung. Okay, so 1 more pack of the regular one before we start to see the possible inserts, mojos, things like that from Bowman Chrome Mega. All right, so here we go. All right, so we have Andy Rodriguez, Royce Lewis, We have Jose Ramirez, Christian Encarnacion, and finally Colton Cowser. If I'm not mistaken, I keep hearing his name bantered around. I think he may be the favorite in the American League as the Rookie of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So because of that, we'll sleeve him up. Won't necessarily put him on a stand, but we'll sleeve him up. All right, so here we go. Last 2 packs. So these are the special packs. This is what's exclusive to the Chrome Mega Box. All right, it's a 5-card exclusive. Let's see if we can pull a Garbage Pail Kid. We've yet to do so, so let's see. All right, here we go. We're going to hide that a little bit. Here's on this little mojo here. David De Los Santos. Andres Valor. His first Bowman. We have a backwards card of, nice green of Mason Wynn. I think we pulled his base, but this is a nice little teal or aqua colored. We'll sleeve it up. You know, we don't know what value lurks once I do the comps on this, so we'll definitely sleeve him up. Nice little parallel there. All right, so we're down to our final 2. Hold on, we did do that. Which are Arja Nimala. All right, and my first Bowman of Jacob Wilson. Not too familiar with Jacob Wilson. All right, so there, put that. Okay, so here we go. Final pack. Can we get a Garbage Pail Kid, guys? Can we get one of those exclusives? We're about to find out. We got Paul Skeens. All right, here we go. This is our 3rd time, I think, we've gotten between the 2 boxes. This is Christian Encarnacion. We've got Ronnie Mauricio. Didn't see him anywhere in the championship series. We have Junior Caminero. Nice little card there. We have Jalvin Arias. And finally, we do have a Pittsburgh Pirate, but not Paul Skeens. Bralin Zobin. All right, so there you have it. It's hard to say, you know, especially with these mojo cards here, if any of these guys will pan out to be someone. That's the difference with Bowman. You're getting a lot of prospects, all right, that you're hoping will pan out. And who knows, you know, that could be the case for some of these guys in the future. All right, so there you have it. All right, so you tell me who's won this box battle, all right? If you didn't see the little comps and the little cha-chings that would come up during this video, on the looks of things, who do you think would have won this battle compared to what you now know who won based on value alone? And some people prefer the basic Topps Chrome versus the Bowman Chrome. You tell me if you're looking for the established stars with Topps Chrome, or maybe some of the rookies or prospects still up and coming with Bowman Chrome. All right. So once again, please like this video and comment on it, and, you know, do what you need to do to get yourself involved and registered for our giveaway. Until next time, take care.